Thank you so much. Vice Consul, Russian Federation, Mr. Alexander Dodonov, another brother of ours who gives huge support for all our missions. Professor, Dr. Guru, Director ISRO, Prakash Rao Garu, thank you so much for coming here. My brother Venkatesh and Jollyji, and the person who has been behind the support of people excavating and everything at Wayanad, the superhero of Wayanad today, Major General retired Indra Balan. Hearty welcome to you, sir. Ms. Sharanya, Ms. Apsara Reddy, Ms. Alka Kapoor, Deepa, Mrs. Sivgami Srikantan, Mr. Kesan, the backbone of me, and Mr. Leela Shankar, Mr. Saravanan. Thank you so much for coming here and being a great source of motivation for all these children, not only this year, but all the 10 years. This is a special edition for me, for the Space Kids India. I wholeheartedly thank my colleagues in Space Kids India who made this happen today. My father, Mr. Srinivas, T.R. Rajagopalan, my father, my mother Sita Lakshmi, so all of them present here, and my Anna T.G. Balaji, all of them present here to support this whole mission. Thank you so much, parents, teachers, for trusting, believing in us, and coming through all the way from all parts of India. Today we are having about 103 exhibits, and all these are little innovations by children. These children today, it seemed to be a small innovation, but from here I handpicked my first child, Rifat Shahrukh, who has been with me. He's come from a two-tier town, Pallapatti, where there was not much internet connection 10 years ago, rather 12 years ago. We would speak only in the nights. And today, proudly, we are able to say that we are the only organization in India who've launched about 27 space missions. We built the lightest and first ever 3D printed satellite, the Kalamsat, which was launched by NASA in 2017. And last week on Friday, we were able to launch the world's lightest deployer, the separation system, which we always trusted NASA's designs, the CDS, the CubeSat designs from the West. We thought probably India, we need to do indigenous stuff. And our Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister, is talking about Atmanirbhar Bharat and indigenous being Make in India. So our children have worked hard for the last 1 year, and we have built the cutting edge technology, the absolute incredible separation system, which was lauded by all the ISRO scientists. In fact, they mentioned in a small anecdote that it was Clinton Anthony, who comes from a small place called Satyamangalam. He came to us, participated in Young Scientist India. He was not a winner, but we handpicked him for his talent, pushed him, motivated him. Such a shy child he was. Today, he stands proud as the builder of the world's lightest deployer. It's a huge recognition. My dear children, I repeat, winning or losing does not matter. The team that I have has not won any prizes in Young Scientist India whenever they participated. But today, they are all making India proud. So be happy, take this as a challenge, interact with each other. Tomorrow we don't know who will be the governor from you, who will be the president. You need to take the mantle high and flaunt our flag in the entire world. God bless you, children. Jai Hind.
Thank you, ma'am. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Srimati Kesan, CEO of Space Kids, along with the young scientist, Siddhi Shivani from Odisha, will felicitate the Honorable Governor. We are having a young scientist, the future Abdul Kalam, so a good round of applause can be done. Please rub your hands. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Young innovator Lakshita from Delhi will felicitate Lieutenant General Vinod G. Khandare. Today is Madras Day, Space Kids Day. Applause. Thank you. Thank you. Young innovator Sakshi from Chhattisgarh will felicitate Thiru Rahul from Siemens. Thank you. Young innovator Trilochana from Virudunagar will felicitate Thiru Abhiram from Hexaware. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, young scientists. We now humbly request Thiru Rahul Kulkarni, Director of Software, Siemens, to deliver the felicitation address.
Thank you for the warm introduction. My heartfelt greetings to the Honorable Governor, the dignitaries on dais, dignitaries here, Space Kids team, Dr. Srimati Krishnan, and of course, all of you, the young scientists of India. Thanks for coming here. I would like to start with a nice story about how we got associated with Siemens and Space Kids. So I vividly recall that it was about a year and a half back. I was getting ready to go to office, sitting on my, sipping my cup of coffee and reading the newspaper. And that's when I saw a news that said ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization, had launched a satellite called Azadi Sat-2. But what caught my attention was that this satellite was launched by 750 girl students from rural India. That was amazing, How on earth would 750 girl students from rural India come together and launch a satellite? That's news, that's mind-boggling, right? My curiosity spiked. I started digging deeper. What is happening? How is this happening? I discovered that there is an organization called Space Kids India that is doing this great work. It's gathering all these students, teaching them, launching satellites. That's when I thought of reaching out to the Space Kids organization. I wrote them a simple email. Can we get on a call? Can we just discuss what are you doing? What is this happening? So it was good to have Dr. Kisan on the call. We chatted through the call, and there's so much of mutual admiration. And then the culmination of that is that Siemens is very proud to be associated with Space Kids India. They are a part of our Solid Edge startup program, where we could give them cutting-edge technologies for 3D modeling, simulation, and finite element analysis. Going further, we also have Space Kids now using two of our educational products, houroфengineering.com and Engineering Pathway to Learning Education, where we spark interest of students to learn education and engineering in STEM. Now, what really inspires me as the Space Kids journey is how they are really demystifying the space. You know, space always, the space travel is always considered to be such a niche segment, right? There is, it's something out of reach, something meant for the elites, something which you can't gather, you know, you can't reach that. But Space Kids is demystifying that. Space Kids is making it easy, tangible, something that you can aspire for, something that you can learn, something that you can do. And thanks to Space Kids, they're helping students to literally and figuratively reach the stars. And coming to innovation, innovation is the bread and butter of Siemens. You know, without innovation, we would be dead, we'd be out of business. And that is what connects me very much to this Young Scientist India Challenge. At Siemens, we dedicate 2 days of hackathon every quarter. We ask individuals to do anything that they would like to do under the sun those 2 days, you know, and we get such brilliant ideas. And you know what? Most of those ideas are coming from young scientists like you, people who are just graduated from college, interns, student interns. Those, you know, they're brimming with ideas and coming forth with such great content, and that is getting patented within Siemens. That is what is getting into the product and help pushing the boundaries. So all that I can say is, you're doing great work. You are the future of India. Be bold, be very courageous. Nothing great can be achieved without being bold and courageous. Failure is fine, you know, it's okay to fail, you know. What is the fun if you set targets which are near easy target to achieve, right? There's no fun in that. Set targets that are beyond your reach. Set targets that are impossible, right? And you would fail, that's fine. You learn, you re-strategize, right? You and eventually succeed. So be bold, be courageous, be very innovative. With that, I thank you, all of you, for letting me be a part of this incredible journey and event. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We now welcome Thiru Abhiram Head, Corporate Social Responsibility, Hexaware, to deliver the felicitation address.
Thank you. Greetings to the dignitaries and the students here. So this is about 7 years journey for us. We are partnering with Space Kids India. We are so proud partnering with Space Kids India, and every year and every time Srimati Kesan ma'am when send messages, see we have achieved this and achieved that. We be Hexaware, we are so proud partnering with them. So at part of CSR, we are partnering with about 25 plus NGOs. But in that, the Space Kids India is always the special one for us. And that's how they are progressing now. Thank you so much. And as the previous speaker said, for the students, keep your aspirations high and aim for it, put your efforts, and sooner you'll get those. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We now welcome Lieutenant General Binod J. Khandare, Principal Advisor, Ministry of Defence, to deliver the special address.
Vanakkam and Jai Hind. His Excellency Shri R.N. Ravi, Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu, it's my proud privilege to be on the stage with you, sir. The last time we sat together was in NSCS in a conference meeting. So it is quite a nostalgic feeling to be here with the Honorable Governor. In addition to that, to be invited here by Dr. Srimati Kesan, and especially to be with the children, gives me another nice feeling, and I would like to thank her and the team of Space Kids India to make me a part of this great event, Madras Day, and also tomorrow the National Space Day. So these are specific events which one must remember to spur us into activity. My compliments also to all the dignitaries on the stage, off the stage, Major General Indra Balan, my previous colleague who's here, And all of us put together have to guide the young minds and to ensure that they take us to our combined national vision of making India a great country. Earlier, we used to get certain goals, which used to be an annual budget or a 5-year plan, but now we all are looking at Viksit Desh, Surakshit Desh by 2047, and we are all a part of that journey, whatever be the age, whatever be the state, whatever be the caste, class, religion, it doesn't matter. We all have to work together to achieve this goal. The next 10 years or this decade is going to be extremely important, whether we succeed or we fail, and we have no other way but to succeed. If we do not succeed, our great nation will again get caught in the same kind of drudgery that we have experienced for the last few centuries. We want to leave a great future for our young generation and the forthcoming generations, and to that, when we look at our 1.4 billion population and bulk of them being young, unless we work hard, unless we work out of proportion, we would not become rich or powerful before we age. So the choice is with us. Do we want to achieve everything by the time we are still young? I think that is a better way to enjoy the fruits of your labor. When I look at the young kids in front of me, and you represent all possible states, it also reminds me 4 decades of mine in the army. Army is also like mini India. We come from all kinds of states with only one goal, that is to protect the motherland. That is the goal in front of you. Whatever state you represent, let's find solutions which are our own solutions rather than borrowed from elsewhere. The reason why we talk of Atmanirbharta is to ensure that we have our strategic autonomy, we have our independent choices, nobody should be able to leverage us, and we should become a contributing factor to the global peace and global growth. There are foreign friends here, we are all together in this journey to ensure that space becomes a tool, becomes a domain to use the best possible technology and solutions whereby we are able to contribute to the growth and peace and also the security of the entire world. So please count us in that journey, and my thanks to the organizers for getting me here. And incidentally, my journey in the army started from then Madras, from the OTA. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. We now humbly welcome the Honorable Governor to address the gathering.
Respected General Vinod Khandare, Dr. Srimati Kesan, Sri Rahul Kulkarni, Sri Abhiram, all the distinguished seniors present here, and the most special is the group of young scientists. On Madras Day, I extend my warmest greetings to all of you. And for the event today, my best wishes and congratulations. Madras, we know, is a very, very ancient city. It has a long history, rich history. As students, those who are from outside, I should call you young scientists who are from outside. You are here in a very ancient city. Before you leave, you should know something about this place. And I hope Dr. Srimati should be able to give you some exposure of the city. At the very outset, I would like to congratulate Space Kids for the wonderful initiative. In fact, the 750 rural children, students who together launched the Azadi Ke satellite, this hall, and I had the privilege to come from a rural area, over 60 of them from Tamil Nadu. But we heard that Soviet Russia had launched a Sputnik in late 50s. That I was at the time middle class student. A Sputnik, what was a Sputnik? Something has gone into the space. Something small, tiny, but it has gone into the outer space. And nobody had much idea about it. School teachers had no idea. Somebody would, all kinds of stories, speculation, people will talk about it. But the journey into the space, and being a rural area, you have an advantage. When you sleep on the rooftop and look at the sky, it looks so beautiful. You have so many constellations, so many stars. You become so familiar. City children would not be having that privilege. You recognize many of them because every day you look at them. Sometimes I used to tell because I used to be awake till late and early riser, I would see a meteorite on the eastern horizon and I would tell, look, we have seen, what is that? An asteroid. No. Dhumaketu? Yes. We used to say, people used to call villages used to call broom star because it has a tail like broom. Very fascinating. I used to dream, is it possible to go into this space? And that made me pursue in my college and later my study in astrophysics. I was caught between the two, between the quantum, which is the smallest, or the largest, the cosmos. And since I was reasonably good, okay in mathematics, the general theory of relativity of Einstein, which is full of mathematics, something which fascinated me, and I went into the space. And astrophysics became my favorite subject. Friends, when I look at you all, young scientists, I can see among you our great Dr. Homi Bhabha, Vikram Sarabhai, Satish Dhawan, and stalwarts like him. Those who didn't accept the limit or any constraint, despite constraint, because we are definitely a resource-crunched country. But they didn't. They worked under most adverse circumstances. There was no Atal tinkering lab those days. Forget about it. The schools also, many of the schools didn't have even a laboratory. I was fortunate that my school had a laboratory. But not many schools had laboratory. Today you have much more. You experiment. Those days chemicals and all those things were very, very limited. It used to be very meticulously guarded, not to be wasted. Today, you have the advantage to let loose your dream and experiment. Some time back, I found a young girl, a school student from rural Tamil Nadu. When I got to know she has done something wonderful, I invited her and I had a talk with her. She has designed solar power driven ironing cart. And what motivated her was every corner, every lane in the cities we find iron chair, people that do ironing by burning coal. People have the clothes to be ironed. And she did some studies. She was concerned about the environment. How much coal one iron guy who runs on the cart, moving mobile cart, how much coal the person burns? Says 5 kg on an average. Then she calculated, imagine. Hundreds and thousands of metric tons of coal being burnt and all going to. And that motivated her to design. She thought, why not? Can't this be done by harnessing the solar power? And she designed it. And of course, we have the facility today. She gave the design. She went to Ahmedabad. She was called because her design was appreciated. And she finally, in collaboration with the people there, the prototype was made. Now, this kind of talent that we have, and you all are the cream among that. You know, everyone would like to urge you to keep your passion for innovation, passion for doing something which others have not done. New experiment, new idea, work on it. You know, a space. Who knows? Some of you, by the time you grow in your 40s and all, some of you would be manning our own space station. We need it. Our country needs our own space station. Some of you would be manning that. Some of you would be exploring the not only outer solar system, but even beyond outer space. And there are people who are doing today. You must have heard about Agnikul. Young people in IIT Madras, they have designed and developed a wonderful launch vehicle. And they did it suborbital launch. They have already successfully tested. You must have read in the newspaper. You know, there are planets like Jupiter and Saturn whose satellites, they have plenty of water. You must have heard about Aurora, is a satellite of Jupiter. And it has, all the experts, they have agreed. They are agreeable to the point that under the crust, there is a huge ocean, much larger than our oceans, on Aurora satellite of Jupiter. Some of you could be going over there and exploring life and maybe creating opportunities for us. Aurora is a satellite of Jupiter. And it has, all the experts, they have agreed. They are agreeable to the point that under the crust, there is a huge ocean, much larger than our oceans, on Aurora satellite of Jupiter. Some of you could be going over there and exploring life and maybe creating opportunities for us. Us means the country. Future is full of opportunities. And today our country is not what it was used to be until about a decade ago. Space was a closed domain. When you talk of a space, as if it was something so exclusive, others didn't have access to it. Today, space is an open domain. Our ISRO is among the best in the world, and which is doing hand-holding to many of our private enterprises, private sectors. Space is created primarily to ensure that there are more and more private participation in a space sector. Because a space sector is highly promising sector for the future. In many ways, precious resources. Earth, we know Earth is finite, limited resources. There are plenty. If you miss the bus, then you lose it. Those who go in advance, go ahead of you, they have the advantage. We don't like to lose. You shouldn't be surprised. Already, journey into the space for tourism and all is no longer a fancy. It has begun already. There could be colonies, habitation in the outer space. These are not fantasy today. It used to be at one point of time. When we were in the 60s and 70s, these were fantasies. No longer it is a fantasy. These are all things which are happening. You can see it happening. Now, in this journey into a space, we cannot afford to be left behind. And it's for you all people, you young scientists, to make it happen. Today, you have opportunities, you have resources. You have people to mentor you, people to guide you. All that you need is to have your passion, pursue it doggedly. I got to know that in this competition we have, besides the space, we have electronics. Again, a very, very crucial area. And we have not only to catch up, which there are areas in which we have to, but we have to leapfrog and go beyond. And here again, you have a number of young people, young students who are doing marvelous job. Now the government of India has launched, even Defense Ministry has launched IDEX, Innovation for Defense Excellence. They give challenges, and students, young students, they come and accept the challenge and they deliver the result. We have Defense India Startup Challenge, DISC. Again, it throws the challenge and young people accept the challenge and do it. One of the challenges which was about high resolution camera. Because for defense purposes as well as for civil purposes, as well as space exploration, you need a very, very high resolution cameras. Be it your missiles. When missile goes to a target, it must see the target, must identify the target as accurately with as much granular detail as possible. So it needs that sophisticated camera. So is the case with space vehicles when they go up for exploration. And so the challenge given was that to build a high resolution camera with 100 megapixel. You know, the students of IIT Delhi accepted the challenge and will do it, and they did it in 12 months. Just 12 months. And then NASA came to them. You collaborate with us. And now these students, the younger students, little older than you, not much, they took the challenge that they would now develop 1 gigapixel resolution camera. Imagine a giga. 10 times larger, 1000 megapixel. That kind of resolution they have decided. They will build it. The world start coming to them. You collaborate with us. You have the talent. And we need to move in all these fields. Robotics. Robotics, you know, is an area. Tomorrow's world, and that tomorrow is not far off. When I say tomorrow, is not that when you grow up old. Tomorrow is really tomorrow, in the next few years. Most of the things will be unmanned systems. Civil work, defense work, whatever it is. It will be mostly unmanned. So intelligent robotics, advanced robotics. Advanced robotics is again going to change the face of the world. And not only that, now we are already knocking inside nano world. You know nano, how small is nano? Nano, you should be knowing it is 1 into 10 to the power minus 9. Yes. So getting into that atomic level, and they are already moving towards pico. You know what is pico? 1 into minus 12. Wonderful. So it is nano multiplied 3 times. Think of it. So subatomic level. And you will have nanobots, invisible, powerful, delivering it. This is fantastic world that we are entering into. Of course, artificial intelligence, general artificial intelligence, we all talk about. The way it is reshaping the world. These are the frontiers. And these frontiers, which appear a little distant for us, and we are all confident that it is not so distant because we have talents like you people. We would like you not to have a small dream in life. Don't have a small dream. That would be a huge loss, not only to yourself but to the country. Don't have a small dreams, because you will never be larger than your dreams. If your dreams are small, you will end up small. Always dream, push the imagination. You may be coming from modest background, doesn't matter. Modest background is not a constraint for a marvelous future. You can and you will. I'm confident. And you know, I'm not that, when we hosted the event here, I also have a vested interest. All of you young scientists will be connected with me. I will have your contact details. And if any of you have any problem, which you feel that you have a problem, either you need guidance or support, you can trust me, I will put you to the right person who will guide you. because I like that from this event today, we have, which is the gathering of ignited minds. We like to have the great scientist of our country who will shape the future of not only our country but of the world, for the good of the world. Today is the time. This is the right time for our country. You couldn't have, and that way sometimes I also feel envious, feeling that I wish I could have been born at this point of time. Doesn't matter. We will all witness and enjoy the growth which you will bring about, and growth and glory that you will bring about to the country. I wish you all the best, my friends. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Thiru Yagna Sai, Chief Operating Officer, Space Kids India, will now propose the words of thanks.
Good morning to all the dignitaries present on the dais and off the dais.